Welcome to the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast, where we explore, explain, and discuss what makes us a whole lot of women in today's society. I created the Whole Lotta Woman brand to embrace the 4 traits that I feel make someone a whole lot of woman in today's world, and those are beauty, brain, strength, and standards. We'll be covering a variety of topics from relationships to real estate. If you would like to join this sisterhood, please subscribe, share with a friend, and stay tuned for more.
I won't be defined, stars are aligned. What's for me is mine. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of. I've been refined, beauty's divine. All things in God's time. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. This for all my women, 'cause you're a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. This for all my women, 'cause you're a whole lot of woman.
Hey ladies, welcome to episode 5 of the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast. Just reminding everyone that we are on YouTube. So on the YouTube channel, that's where I expand on some of the topics we discuss here at the podcast. And in September, I will be creating a new segment called Whole Lotta Woman of the Week, where I highlight a different woman each week from all backgrounds and walks of life for her greatness and just to celebrate her as a woman. So if you want to be nominated for Whole Lotta Woman of the Week, we have about 6 spots left for 2022, and then we're going to start on the 2023. And so that link will be in the show notes for that nomination form. So besides that, let's see, I will be starting a segment called Tea Time with Auntie Keita in November. And that's when I'm going to be talking to teens about their social life and some of the things they go through, so you guys can get a different aspect of what your teenagers around you are going through. It's more than we thought, and it's more than we actually went through, because we didn't have cell phones and we couldn't get exposed and all that kind of stuff the way these kids are. They really going through some grown people stuff, so I can't wait to do that segment. But that's just all for the updates right now, so let's get into the show. Okay, so today we're covering strength, and the first talking point I want to talk about is accountability. So with accountability and leveling up, I want you to think of what areas of yourself you would like to change. Is it your attitude? Are you one of those mean girls? Or are you just somebody who just has a negative outlook on everything? Is it your mindset? Some people don't do stuff out of fear of judgment from others, and you let that hold you back. Are you a procrastinator? I know that's one of my biggest problems is procrastination. So that's something I'm actively working on changing. Unworthiness. I've been through that as well. When I was in college and depressed and stuff like that, I didn't feel like I was worthy of anything. I didn't feel like I was worthy of good friends, a good man, even dressing up. So think about what areas of you want to change. If you shy but you don't want to be shy anymore, work on how to walk into a room and own it, or just walk into a room and feel comfortable. If you have a lot of self-doubt and self-esteem, that's really going to take a lot of internal work. I can say a lot, but you have to do the work on yourself. Because if you don't do the work, all you're doing is just listening to me talk. And so it's not going to apply. Friend groups and relationships. Decide what friend groups you have to let go that are not beneficial for your level up. Because I've said it before, on this level up journey, everybody is not going to come with you. It's some people, places, and habits that you're going to have to leave behind if you want to truly level up. And it doesn't have to be an overnight thing, like I said plenty of times. And it doesn't have to be some big old conflict or confrontation to make y'all fall out. But if you realize somebody is not going to be part of your level up journey or not beneficial to your level up journey, you got to start distancing yourself from that type of person. If you know to be the pushover or you feel like a pushover, start setting boundaries with your friends and family. So they don't continue to think that they can just push you around like that. They do that because you let them. And I'm saying that because I've been the pushover before. Once you start setting boundaries, it's going to surprise some people, but you're going to feel a lot better when you're not obligated to do a whole bunch of stuff that you never wanted to do in the first place that somebody else tried to put on you. In your romantic life, you have to start demanding respect from your romantic partners or let them go. You cannot be with someone who doesn't respect you. And that goes for my girls that you in that relationship where, I mean, he don't hit you, but he don't respect you either, because it somebody doesn't have to hit you to disrespect you. Somebody don't have to cheat on you to disrespect you. There's a such thing as an emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying? Verbal abuse. So think about if you're dealing with that in any of your relationships. Shoot, not even just the romantic ones. Like, you could have a friend that's verbally abusive and emotionally abusive. So take that into account when you evaluate the people in your life and in your circle. If you are the person with toxic behavior, you need to recognize that. Don't make excuses for it and don't try to justify it. You got to work on it. And so if you do recognize toxic behavior within yourself, make sure you actively work to change that. Nobody can change that but you. And understand everybody doesn't have to deal with it. And also realize that toxic behavior can get you in trouble, and you're going to be the bad guy, the antagonist. So get yourself under control. As far as lifestyle, you got to take accountability. Are you partying too much? Are you putting partying over work? What is the priority of your life? Is smoking and drinking your main priority? Like I said, is partying your main priority? Is vacationing and not taking care of your kids your main priority? Get your lifestyle in check, because a lot of stuff falls in line with that. Because if my lifestyle just consists of partying and nightlife, I'm not taking a day job serious like that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not watching how many drinks I have when I go out at night so that I can be up and bright early and bushy tail for my job. No, I just need to make sure I'm at the club when the boys is at the club or when it's free or whatever, and I'm looking good so I can connect with who I need to connect with. So outside of the nightlife, what is your life like? Is every day setting up for the night? Like, have some business about yourself. And like I said, it's okay to party. It's okay. You know, you young and 20 something. But at the end of the day, partying cannot be your priority unless you are trying to work in the nightlife. Dancing, bottle girl, party promoting, something like that. But if you have bigger aspirations, the stuff you do now and the stuff you do at night can affect your future and your next day. It's people that think that they can go out to the club the night before a job interview and think they just gonna be able to be as alert, be as aware and on point in that interview as they would if they had got a good night's rest and maybe studied for the interview. Now you in there going off the top of your dome, or you might have liquor coming off of you and you don't even smell it because, I mean, this is just how you used to smelling. Or you just think it's inside you. You just think it's you smelling it and don't realize you lighting up the whole waiting room. So, ladies, please take accountability for yourself. That is the only way to level up and the only way for it to stick. You have to actually change these environments. Like I said, the lifestyle, if you prioritize unnecessary things over the main things that you have to do in your life, working, paying bills, taking care of your kids, you need a lifestyle change, boo, because that's not good. And you don't want to put the club before your kids. You're missing vital moments with your children. And then you don't want that to affect them in some kind of way. You don't want them to have some sense of abandonment because mama don't pay us no attention. She go out every night. All she do is get dressed up and go out. And then the next day she be asleep all day long until it's time to go back out. You don't want that. You don't want the only time to bond with your daughters when she watching you get ready to go to the club and you saying bye. And she helping you pick out what lipstick you gonna put on. That's a cute moment, but is that gonna be the only moment that you actually bond with your daughter? Okay, so the next talking point is finding your voice. And when I talk about finding your voice, learn to speak up for yourself. That is another way you show confidence, but it's also how you stop being pushed over. That's why that's a strength thing. You have to set boundaries for the people in your life and be firm in your stance. People you love should respect these boundaries and not be offended by them. Anybody that's offended by your boundaries planned on crossing those boundaries or don't benefit at all from those boundaries. This is how you create a peaceful existence for yourself, because you don't have a whole bunch of people around you crossing this boundary, crossing that boundary, making you uncomfortable in a million different ways throughout all your friend groups. You'll just be peaceful. People know not to try you in this kind of way or ask you to do certain things because that's outside of your realm of boundaries. So they know not to even come to you with that. Now, you don't have to feel awkward in how to say no or why you're not comfortable doing something. And if you have people that don't respect those boundaries after you set them and they clearly don't respect them and they just going to cross them whenever they feel like it, you have to cut those people off. And even if it's somebody you can't cut off because they family or somebody you have to see often, maybe a coworker or something like that, you can still distance yourself. You don't have to be close with that person. You could keep it cordial, keep it cute, but stop letting them in so they don't expect certain things from you no more. They'll start feeling the distance, and you don't owe them anything. But a part of speaking your mind after you find your voice is that you have to speak your mind respectfully, because once you find your voice, you probably gonna want to tell everybody about themselves. Everybody that ever did you wrong or ever pushed you over or ever overtalked you, you gonna want to go back and say all the stuff that you said in your mind that you didn't have the courage to say at that time. But now you got the courage and you gonna want to get it out. You have to do it respectfully, because it's not gonna be received correctly if you don't deliver it correctly. Now, you mad at your homegirl about how she used to talk to you 3 years ago when we all first met, and she don't even talk to you like that no more, but she accidentally stepped on your toe and you done cussed her out. You done let all the wrath come out of the 3 years ago and today, and she looking at you like you crazy because, girl, it was an accident. Now you going off about something 3 years ago that I didn't even know you had a problem with. You should have said something 3 years ago, boo. So speak your mind, but keep it respectful and keep it based on the subject at hand. Don't let somebody step on your toe and then you start going off about something else, because it's gonna come left field to them. They are not going to receive that, girl, because now you're just being dramatic. You just ODing at this point. But even though when you do speak your mind respectfully, keep in mind the person might not like it because they're not used to that side of you. I have dealt with that, and I just had to stay firm in my stance because, number one, I know I'm not disrespectful, okay? So if I do stand my ground and you take offense to it, that's you taking offense, but I know I didn't say anything disrespectful to you. And just because you take offense to me standing my ground don't mean I'm not allowed to stand my ground. Because I take offense to you crossing my boundaries, but that ain't stop you. So, you see how that works? If everybody gonna make everybody else uncomfortable, you can join the party. That's how I feel. If you can make me uncomfortable by crossing my boundaries, I can make you uncomfortable by telling you about yourself. And you don't have to be loud or rude to tell somebody about themselves. Calling out people's actions in itself can make them clutch their pearls, because it's okay when I'm doing it to you and nobody's verbalizing that. You're just going along with what I'm saying. But when you verbalize that I'm actively crossing your boundaries and you ask me not to, and this is how you feel, now I got to sit there with the stuck face like, okay, dang girl, I ain't know you was going to call it all the way out. Why you don't just let me do what I usually do and say what I usually say to you, and I don't get all this from you. So call them out. Keep it cute, but call them out. And understand that everybody is not going to be a fan of the new you, because everybody can't benefit from the new you. And that's the whole point of it too. So don't feel bad about protecting your peace. You have to do that. And if somebody takes offense to it, you just going to have to not deal with that person in the same way. They don't want you to have strength. They don't want you to have a voice. It's people like that, because if you got a voice, I can't overpower you. I can't run over you. I can't tell you what to do. I can't have you doing my bit. And if you got your own voice, so it's going to feel good when you get it, girl. Just keep it in control. I promise. It'll feel real good, and it'll be beneficial to you in the long run, because once you find your voice, you know how to apply it in a lot of different situations. You're not going to just find your voice with your boyfriend, but then still let your friends talk junk to you. No, you're going to build up a strength and a backbone that you're going to be able to use in different aspects of your life. And also, once you find your voice, you become confident. Because it's like, now I know me. I know what I want. I know what I can say. I know what I'm not scared to say. And I'm not scared of the response or the results or how people going to receive it. Because I know this is what I need for me. Everybody else does what's good for them. Why you can't do what's good for you? So be prepared to be judged on the new you. I said it plenty of times. People that like to test your boundaries will not like the fact that they can't move you. In their mind, you're changing for the worse. So you might hear that. Like I had to hear that. Oh, it was a period of time when you was real nasty. You was acting real nasty. And I've never had a nasty attitude. I've never been that girl. But it's certain people that I had to put my foot down with, because if I don't, they will have me living my life according to what they want. And I'm not going to be happy. I can't be unhappy but making y'all happy for my life. That makes no sense. Y'all live y'all life y'all way. I don't get to control that. So I get to live my own life. Let me make my decisions, my mistakes, and learn from them. Just like you had to do. So when they say, oh, yeah, you was nasty, I literally think back to that time, and I know I wasn't, but I know who it's coming from, and I know why they're saying that. So, girl, I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm also not breaking my back doing everything you told me to do no more. So, call it nasty, call it what you want, girl. I call it freedom. And like I said, they feel this way because they can no longer benefit or push you around the way they used to. That's all that is. I got a nasty attitude because you can't tell me what to do. That's all it is. And let it be that way, girl. Bettering yourself by setting boundaries is changing for the worse to the people that don't respect you. So technically, you doing the right thing if they say that. If somebody that you know is used to telling you what to do and pushing you around and all this kind of stuff, and you start going through your journey and you start hearing, oh, you changing, oh, you funny, oh, you this and that in a negative way, girl, keep going, because that means they not able to penetrate this new you, girl. This new transformation you going through, it's not working out for them. And that's perfect for you. I love that for you. So keep up the good work and listen for them kind of little messages from the haters, girl. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Oh, before that, I was, can you do this? Oh, I need you to do. Why didn't you do? You talking to me crazy and all kind of stuff. So now that you realize you can't do that, you got an attitude, well, child, it's time to switch roles then, because at least I don't have the attitude. At least I'm not uncomfortable. At least I'm not questioning this friendship. If you really care about me, you'll fall in line. Once you realize you can't tell me what to do no more, is you going to still be around? Who knows? hey, I'll see you if you're there. What's meant to be will be. Okay, and now a healthier lifestyle is another way to level up. So organize your life. Like, create a priority list of weekly chores and duties that you have to do that week, so you know what are your to-dos and what are your must-dos, so it doesn't slip your mind, especially when new invites and stuff are coming in. You know what your priorities are, what your list of duties are. um Organize and declutter your space, either that's your home office or just your home altogether. um Clear space, clear mind. It really, really helps. It really helps. And me, I'm a pack rat, so I'm going through the declutter stage because I know I'm moving next year and I don't want to be trying to get rid of the clutter then. But like, it really does help you have a clear mind of what you need to focus on, stuff like that. If you need to develop an exercise routine, even if it's just to get your body going in the morning. Along with the health benefits of exercising, of course. But just developing a healthier lifestyle. If you take your dog for walks and you just usually take them outside the front door, try walking around the neighborhood, get some steps in. Just get your body moving and see how that makes you feel, what difference it makes in your life. Make that part of like your daily routine. So, and if you don't have a daily routine, try to get one. It doesn't have to be, 10 o'clock this, 12 o'clock this, 1 o'clock this, but just have a routine of certain things you want to do that day. At least start there, even if you don't want to set timestamps to them. Have a list of things that you want to have done by the end of the day. 3 meals a day, exercise, if it's your homework or just whatever, something personal, journaling. Just make sure you get these things in for you. And try breaking bad habits. That could be junk eating, binge eating, smoking, like I mentioned before, procrastination, being late, not respecting people's times. Just try to figure out what habits that are really bad what are your bad habits, excuse me. Just try to figure out what your bad habits really, truly are that need to go. And work on those. So it's all about being self-aware and fixing what you're aware of. Don't just stay there and let it be, well, this is who I am. You got to take me as I am, especially if it's something negative. If you unhealthy, why do you even have to take yourself like that? Get healthy. Nobody's saying be in a size 2. I'm just saying be healthy. Cut back on some of the unhealthy things we do. We eat unhealthy. Some of us have unhealthy attitudes and ways of living our lives, unhealthy outlooks on life. So it's so many things. I mean, when I say healthier lifestyle, so inside and out, do better for yourself. Treat yourself better. All right. Thank you all for listening and being a part of this growing community. Before we go, I just want to ask everyone to leave me a review. It really, really helps me in the algorithm. Or you can send me a voice note. All you have to do is hit the link in the show notes and then scroll down to the part that says message. Hit that button and it'll allow you to leave me a voice note. So send me some topic suggestions, thoughts about the show, or just say hello. So that is all for this week's episode of the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast. Make sure you tune in next week for the standard segment of How to Level Up. All right. Have a good day, y'all.
I won't be defined. Stars are aligned. What's for me is mine. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of. I've been refined. Beauty's divine. All things in God's time. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. This for all my women, 'cause you're a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman.